Sagittarius, welcome to your April 2026 monthly reading. Let's talk about you, Sagittarius. Let's see what's coming towards you this month. Let's check in on the energy. Let's see what's up. Spirit guides, what's the overall energy here for Sagittarius in the month of April 2026? Unfinished symphony. Sagittarius, something this month isn't over. It ain't over till it's over. And yes, for those of you who are a little confused, I have changed the name of my channel. So guys, this is the Tarot Room from Saggies and Cappies. It has evolved into Archer and the Go-To Tarot. I hope you guys are okay with the name change and some of the changes coming through. Really not much changes, mostly just a name change. But I hope it's not too confusing. Alright, Sag, let's get into your reading. Where is it that Spirit wants you to focus this month? Well. King of Swords is in reverse, and the Seven of Cups is in reverse. Okay? And where is it that you want Sagittarius to avoid, or maybe spend less time doing, is Death and Rebirth. Well, this guy fell out. We'll take him. This Five of Swords in reverse, darlings, okay? And what does Sag need to know here for the month of April? What do you want to say? What do you want to highlight? And Sag, one thing I'll be adding to the readings, well, golly gee, is a little astrology. So at the end of the reading, we're going to do a little summary of the transits that are coming through. So if you're interested in that, stick around. We're going to do that at the end of the reading, and I'll be doing that in all my monthly readings and weekly readings going forward. The Three of Pentacles is what Spirit Guides want you to know right now. Strength here with that. Let's talk about you. Seven of Cups in reverse and the King of Swords in reverse is what your Spirit Guides want you to focus on. They want you to focus on when you get overwhelmed, maybe creating a plan, or it's like a very overwhelming feeling. You might have a lot going on this month, whether it's just stress, whether it's just a lot of social events, a lot of responsibility and obligation, going on vacation, got a million things to do. This is just a very overwhelming feeling. And so they want you to focus on, creating a plan, a task list, right? Doing things one at a time, getting organized. So there's an element where they don't want you to get too flustered, to get overwhelmed, or in those moments when you do, where you just have so much going on, you don't even know where to start or what to do, and your mind's really scattered. You want to focus on creating a plan, creating a schedule, creating a task list. Focus one thing at a time, instead of letting the overwhelming energy maybe create a little bit of paralysis analysis or more stress than needs to be. Okay. What they want you to avoid or spending less time doing is Death. Five of Swords in reverse. Let's understand that. I feel like, what does that mean? Let's see. Three of Cups and the Lovers. They want you to create, they want to create a good balance in your life. They want you to spend less time maybe talking, or so it's like an element where there's a lot of mind action. There's a lot of things going on in your head. Maybe there's a lot going on in your life. But they want you to not let those distract you, or they want you to avoid letting that distract you. So for example, you have a big social group of friends that, one's getting married, one's having a baby. So you got these bachelorette, we got all this stuff going on, but then you're trying to start your business. You just landed a big contract. Now you don't know what to do. You don't know where to go. They want you to avoid doing what for others before doing for yourself. And they don't want you to feel guilty about that. So it's like an element where they don't want you to put yourself last. They don't want you to ignore yourself. They don't want you to give up on the things that you want to do. If you have a scheduling conflict, what do you prefer? Not who do I, so there's an element where they want you to avoid trying to please other people or trying to please everybody with this Three of Cups energy. And know that you can only do so much. You're only one person. And don't be afraid to say no, or afraid to prioritize yourself, or afraid to let someone down. So they want you to avoid putting yourself last, avoid worrying about that, and focus on what needs to be done, and kind of put those priorities in place this month, and don't prioritize, a baseball game over, a business meeting that could land you $1 million contract, right? So, avoid neglecting your priorities over prioritizing other people. That's what they want you to avoid or spend less time doing this month, Sag. Now the Three of Pentacles is what you need to know right now. What's this Three of Pentacles? What's this? Ace of Cups. Ooh, hello, Tower. Hello, Tower. Well, this is what's going to surprise you and catch you off guard this month. We have the Tower with unfinished business, with the Ace of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. Like I said at the beginning of this reading, it ain't over till it's over, but I don't know how you feel about this. Ooh, look at this. Hello, Ice King and Queen, cold as ice. Yeah, let's see who this person is, because what you need to know right now is you're going to hear from someone who still wants to work on things. You are the King and the Queen of Swords. Not sure how you feel about this person. Who is this person? Excuse me. How's Sag going to know who's coming through or what they're going to say? Or let's get a little details on this. We don't want nobody coming through that we don't want no Two of Pentacles. Someone you thought long and hard about. Excuse me. When you think about this person, so you've moved on from this, but you still kind of think about this from time to time. So, you know, if this was business, maybe you got let go, or maybe, you know, you were a temp and the contract ended and you're like, oh, I wonder how they're doing over there at, you know, Big Mac, or, no, I guess that's not a store. Max Milk. I was thinking Max Milk and thinking Big Mac. Okay. Maybe it's McDonald's. Maybe it's, you know, a lover, an ex from the past, an old friend. There's someone that you think of from time to time is what I hear. Like you're moving forward, you're doing your thing, but you still think about this person from time to time. Well, that time to time is about to reach out. What do they want? What do they... Hello, Eight of Wands. Okay. I saw the Hierophant, but he didn't come out there. Okay, they want to talk. Well, we know this. Like, what do they want to say? The Strength. Oh, they're not holding back anymore. Oh, they want a fresh start with you. Okay. Temperance. That's you. Knight of Cups. You want to be vulnerable. They've gone back and forth on all this. They hope you guys are on the same page. They hope that you're single. I actually do feel it's love, Sag. I mean, we do have Venus moving into Taurus, which does work well with love. What was this, brat? Why are we presenting as the King and Queen of Ice again? Why is that coming out twice for Sag? You don't know how to feel about this. The World. You really thought this was over. So someone you never really expected or anticipated hearing from. They've been watching you. Always feel like... we have Justice. They didn't want you to know that they were watching you. But they're going to reach out because they can't resist anymore. All right. You're not talking to this person. They want a fresh start with you. Okay. Well, they don't want you to be overwhelmed. So what's the advice to Sag then? Because you need to be prepared for this. They're letting you know. They're preparing you. What's the advice for Sag? What's the advice for Sag? Because I don't know how you're going to feel about this. Four of Wands. Set boundaries. Don't let it stress you out. I think this might have been part of this overwhelming stressed energy. Be certain about what it is that you want. Oh, hello, Emperor. Oh, they're starting to Had they let go of their toxic traits? So, this is part of what might be overwhelming is you're not really sure how to feel, what to think. I think it is a very surprising element or energy. You don't expect it. We already had those cards. It's been clear. But I kind of feel like if they've let go of some of their unhealthy attachments or their toxic traits, right, you would consider this. So, but only if they have. Okay. So then the advice is to move forward with strong boundaries. That's what this would be, to see. All right, if they were drinking a lot, if they were toking a lot, smoking a lot, they were unemployed a lot, whatever that issue was with this person, is it still an issue? Is it still a theme in their life? Or have they grown up? That's the question, and the advice would be to set those boundaries and figure that out, because there is potential here with this person, but you don't know. And there's a Four of Pentacles. You're definitely going to hold back a little bit. Yeah, you're definitely going to hold back a little bit. You're not going to be, you know, clickety-click, 66, click it, you know. All right, Sag, you have a choice to make. So let's get into the general spread then, and let's talk about it a little bit more, learn a little bit more, or see if there's anything else they want you to know about the month of April. We'll see how this plays out, how it goes. So what's coming forward, Sag? What else is happening? What do you want to say about this? How's it going to go? Is it well, Ten of Pentacles in reverse, Sag. We have the Seven of Pentacles is in reverse. The Six of Cups in... Well, damn, everything fell out upside down except for Strength. You think this person's a waste of time. You're not sure if this is a relationship material. I do feel that we're coming into love. This is what my heart is telling me, but... The two, yeah, you don't know, you're going to take the time to figure it out. You don't know if this person's relationship material. And if it's not love and if it's business, you don't know if this is an opportunity that you want, if it's going to make enough business, right? Let's say you got laid off from Max Milk, they were going through some shit, now they're asking if you want to come back. You're like, I don't know, man, are you going to pay me right? Are you going to do what I want to do? There's an element here, Sag, where you don't know if this is a waste of your time. And you're going to hold back and think about it. The Four of Cups is considering your options, looking at the options ahead, seeing what it is that you want to do. And I just see an element where you're just in a pontification this month trying to figure out if you even want part of this. Okay. What are their intentions, the person on the other end? What are their intentions to Sag? What are their intentions? We would like to know the details of that, please, and thank you. Death. Damn. That's dramatic. Death and the Chariot. Eight of Swords. They want to stop thinking about this and move forward. This person's been thinking about you and this for a long time. This isn't... that's their intentions, is to stop wondering what could be. You know, if I talk to Sag, what are they going to do? Are they going to reject me? Are they going to talk to me? If I ask them to come back to Max Milk, what are they going to do? Are they going to come back? Are they not? This person just wants to move forward one way or the other. So it tells me this person's been stuck on you and on how to handle this and what to do. The fact is they have not moved forward in any way, shape, or form, and they want that to end. So this person really just wants to know if there's a future, where it can go. So what type of future are they wanting? And my question wasn't clear enough here. One where they're not sad. One where they're in love. Okay. One where they're not single. And one where they're with you. So the future is with you. That's what they want. So maybe this person, like if this is love, maybe this person was a permanent bachelor or bachelorette, just stayed single for most of their life or whatever, not a relationship person. If this is business, maybe you were going back and forth on self-employment, or maybe they got to give up their ego a little bit. This is, could be dropping the ego just a little bit in order to, dropping the pride in order to work things out, make things happen between the two of you. So they just want you in their life. That's literally what they want, Sag. And they don't want to be sad, and they don't want to feel lonely or hurt anymore. They don't want to feel stuck. Look, they want to move forward. So they're just trying to get the answers, see if there's a chance here, and if there is, they're going to go with this all the way with you. And that's what you can expect in the month of April. So baby, let's grab some oracles. Let's see what they want to say. And we'll get back to the tarot. We'll do a potential outcome. We'll see how that goes. Pop a comment. Let me know how you feel about this person coming back from the past, if you think you know who it is. And I'm actually going to start to pin the monthlies on the homepage. Come back. Tell me who it is as the month goes through. So, Sag, what do you need to surrender to here when it comes? Your addictions, baby. Whether you're addicted to substances, foods, people, sex, overworking, take action to heal the addiction and replace it with healthier alternatives. Well, I grabbed it, so we're going to grab the spirit animal. I was going to put it away, but it's like a lottery ticket. I can't do that. Once you touch the ticket, baby, you can't put it back. You can't put it back. Okay, at least that's what I believe. Horse, freedom! You must break out of any limitations that are holding you back, whether they're self-imposed or put on you by people or society. Break free and run faster towards your dreams. Don't let nothing hold you back, baby. Remember the Black Stallion when we were kids? I used to have such a crush on that Alex guy in the show on TV. He was like my first crush. But I used to love the Black Stallion. Okay. What is the career advice for those of you where this is career, baby? What is the career advice? Money matters. Yes, it does. Money matters a lot right now. Watch your expenses and save for the future. You have to be prepared for the unexpected. And, I was looking for my caring connection for the love. I couldn't find it for a second. My heart stopped. All right, let's get the caring connection for those of you where this is love or someone from the past coming back this month. Looking to reunite with the Sagittarius. Guilt. Don't let guilt get in the way of happiness. Okay. Well, let's grab this deck. Let's get to it, Sag. Let's get your potential outcome. Now, when I say potential, there is always free will. You're going to make the decisions you're going to make. I'm just going to move these cards up here because they're kind of in my way. So, when I say outcome, let's go 30 days out as per usual. Let's see where you are in May of 2026. See how things are progressing. We'll see what you decide to do here. There's a little meditation, a little contemplation. Ace of Swords is in reverse. Ooh, shoot. The King of Swords. Excuse me, that's not the King. Knight of Swords is in reverse. Okay. Oh, well, I took it upright. I'm doing it. All right, the Fool. Got a little split. Little banana split. Okay, the Star. There's a Nine of Wands. The Chariot's in reverse. You're stuck. What's going on here? I don't see. You're stuck on what happened. You're surprised. Strength. You're taking this slow. You're pretty stressed out about this. There's the struggle and the challenge. You don't know if you don't know. It's like You don't want to lie to yourself. You want to be honest with yourself. You think there's potential, but you don't know. I see a lot of confusion. I see a lot of uncertainty. The Four of Cups is you're meditating. You're silencing your mind. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to do here, looking at your options, with the road ahead, what's going to make you happy. You want to be centered and balanced. But then we have this, like, is it going to work? Is it not going to work? It's like, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I don't know what I want to do. What's the Chariot in reverse, Star in reverse energy? There's your decision to move forward. What is this? There's the Star. I still can't tell how you feel about this person, Sag. It's like being masked. I don't think you know how you feel. What I think is you're getting to know this person. You're still stressed about this. Because that's the thing. You feel a very strong bond and a very strong connection. The problem, the addiction, the challenge, the reason things separated or didn't work out the first time. I mean, this is going to love. Have they released it? Have they released it? Whatever the toxic problem was last. Have they released it? You're upright. There's Sag. There's the Six of Cups in reverse. There's Judgment. Six of Swords. They want you to think that they've released it. That's why I'm getting masked here. They want you to think that they have. Because they want you to invest in this as you're moving forward. This is what makes you happy. So they don't want you to know the truth. Yes, so that's what you're suspicious because they really want this to work. I'll tell you something, they're going to put the effort in. If they can overcome it, they will. But they 100% are going to be kind of putting on that show so that you know, like it's like they're on their best behavior. Or they're like, you know, it's like the dog when you're doing dog treats. My dogs get so excited, they smile, they're doing training, they want to please me. It's like they just want to impress you, they just want to please you, they just want you to choose them. And I think that there's still some challenges with it, but if they can overcome it, they will. And so I feel, Sag, you're sensing that, like they're not being fully honest, fully transparent, your little spidey sense. You know, Saggies, we can tell the fake people, baby. You can tell when someone's not being fully transparent, and they're not. And that's why you're stuck on how to move forward. You want to move forward, but you don't know if it's wishful thinking. So I see you taking this very slow. And I see you not committing, not saying yes or no. You're just going to really take it slow. You're not going to move fast until you know the truth. You're not going to push forward until your gut's telling you 1000% this can work. And if it's career, right? Let's say, you know, you don't want to quit your current job and you don't want to go work there and then get fired or laid off a week later. Be like, damn, like, you know, screw yourself over, and there's something that you're not fully trusting. So Sag, where I see you in a month is deciding, yes, you're moving forward, not quickly, very slowly. You know, if it's like, let's say it's business here, I'll come in 2 days a week, test the waters. You know, I do feel either or, however it's applying to you. The ball is in your court. And you're still not sure how to move forward because you don't know if you can fully trust them. And so however long that takes you, it's going to be up to you. But if there's no trust, you can't work there, you can't be friends with them, you can't connect with them. But in the month of May, you're still kind of going back and forth. Hey, sorry guys, I just realized my camera angle's off. Let's correct that. And you're still going back and forth. You haven't decided. All right, Sag, is there anything else you want to say to Sag? That's what I got. There's not really a resolution. You haven't decided yet. You're going to take the time you need, but you do feel a very strong pull towards this. You're just really not sure if this is the right thing. So you're going to take the time you need to decide that. And that's what I got. That's what's up, and that's what's going down. So Sag, I hope you guys enjoyed your reading. I hope it resonated. And as always, if you do, I ask that you like, comment, subscribe. It does help my channel to grow. So thank you, Saggy. I always appreciate your support. And I hope the name change is not too confusing, guys. I'll just kind of mention that the next few readings, and then I'll just let it slide and hope that everyone knows it's me. All right, so let's close your reading off today with your final message. What's the final message for Saggy, baby? So the concept of self-care relates to small rituals that can restore feelings of well-being that you may have neglected when dealing with life's tribulations. So choose a daily ritual to practice self-care each day. Why did you choose this ritual, and what does it bring to your life? So that concludes the tarot portion, and now we're going to move into astrology. And at this exact moment, your screen is going to shift. All right, Sag, let's talk astrology. So this is the newer part of the reading, and I'm going to be doing these summaries going forward on all the monthly and weekly readings. So on April 2nd, we have the full moon in Libra, which is going to be happening in your 11th house for the Sagittarius crew. So this is all about your friends, your hopes and wishes. Things are going to be coming to light, realizations about your friends, your relationships. You could be evaluating them. The 11th house is ruled by Aquarius, and therefore is a very progressive energy. So you're going to be looking towards the future, looking at what kind of friends you want, who you want in your life, where your life is heading. And you're going to be really evaluating and looking at your friends, and you could be learning some information. You could be learning about them. Things will be coming to light. Realizations will be coming through. Now, on April 9th, Mars enters into Aries. And you notice here we have a lot of action in Aries, and we have a lot of action in your 5th house. So really being highlighted this month, which is a lot of go-getting energy, forward movement energy, right? Aries is the leader of the zodiac. So a lot of impulsive energy. So with Mars entering Aries, which actually works really well, Mars is coming out of Pisces, where it does not work so well. Fire, water, bye-bye. So Mars rules Aries, so it works really well in Aries. So this will be a very forward movement. We're going to be wanting to try something new, very adventurous, more so than always, especially in my opinion, that spring energy. I always get a little more road trippy, wanting to get out during the spring. So there's going to be that new adventure energy, a lot of aggressive energy, a lot of creative energy, just more activity, trying to make things happen. There'll be a lot of forward movement here in the month of April, Sagittarius, which is great because with Jupiter being direct, it's gone direct now, but when Jupiter was in retrograde, there's going to be a lot of stagnant energy, a lot of challenges, a lot of problems, things not moving forward. So April 15th, well, hello, Mercury is entering Aries as well, and this is going to be a lot of sharp, direct, and quick-witted energy, a lot of back and forth, banter, that type of energy, but it's going to really be focusing on communication. There's going to be a lot of direct, a lot of sharp, not a lot of confusing or misunderstandings as it was when Mercury was in retrograde in Pisces. So things coming into Aries are really making things sharp, quick, forward movement, a lot of forward mindset, a lot of driven energy, a lot of self-motivation energy. So a lot of activation in that area. April 20th is the sun is entering Taurus, and for the Sagittarius collective, that happens in the 8th house. So it's going to be a lot of focus on your basics, your money, your stability, your daily routine, your health, self-improvement, health improvement. There'll be a lot of focus on your daily routine and tackling your daily routine and the basic structure of your life, Sag. And April 24th, we have Venus entering Gemini, and this is in your 7th house. So again, you're going to be searching for info, wanting to get info. There's going to be communication. There's going to be transformation, little inspector gadget, So just trying to gain as much as you can. There could be new folks, new friends, new conversations, new communication coming through. There'll be a strong element on that. And pair that with Uranus entering Gemini in the 7th house on the 26th. There's going to be a very rebellious energy here. There's going to be a very progressive thinking energy here. So there's going to be a lot of change, a lot of new friends in and out of your life, a lot of changes here, especially with that influence of the full moon in Libra. So going through the end of the month there, there'll be a lot of shift and transformations with your friend group, your friend circles, the way you're looking at your friends, and the way that you're looking at your relationships. All right, Sag, that's what we got going on for the month of April. So I hope you guys enjoy this new style of reading. Let me know if you do. Let me know if you want to continue with me adding the astrology in. Check me out in the comments. Hit me up. Let me know. And Sag, I hope you guys have a fantastic month. We'll see you next time.